Dude, where were you last night?
I don't know, I just lost track of time. There was like this light.
Okay, well, pull yourself together, let's go.
I feel weird.
Internet, it's no secret that the United States is the most dominant global military power.
How dominant, Michael?
The United States spends an average of $610 billion a year on defense spending alone. That's more than the next 6 countries combined. Now, you may be wondering, why on earth would we spend such an obscene amount of money on defense? Where's all that money going?
Turns out a lot of it's a bunch of stuff that we don't even need.
In 2013, $432 million were spent for warplanes that ended up not even being used.
Just stockpiled. Prepared, if you will.
The F-35, a weapon that cost more than Australia, until recently couldn't fly at night or in cloudy weather. Guess how many years Congress allowed for the program? 55.
Sounds too big to fail.
Well, yeah. It's gonna cost about $1.5 trillion by the end. Does it seem strange that they keep spending our hard-earned taxpayer money on obsolete and inefficient equipment? Yeah, a little. Our parents in Congress also approved a $300 million blimp.
Oh, blimps are awesome.
Right to the mooring mast. Oh, the humanity.
Oh.
Now here's something interesting. Every year the defense budget goes up.
Yeah, I bet it does.
And while some argue that our budget increases each year for security, even though, as I said, we already spend more than the next 6 countries combined, maybe there's another explanation for this redundant spending.
Yes, exactly.
Glad we're on the same page here, Spencer.
Aliens.
What?
Aliens! The signs are all there. This guy has been warning us for years, and the progression of his hair's unruliness is the sign. There's no other explanation other than all at war with, aliens!
Oh, your hair.
The higher the hair, the closer to God, but in this case, God means aliens because aliens made us and now they're coming back to destroy us.
Or it could be that no one has an incentive to be cost effective.
Or aliens. Listen, why else would we be spending hundreds of billions of dollars if this isn't a thing? I know where I was last night. Michael, I was abducted.
What?
I was in a spacecraft, and something touched my forehead, and then I saw the future. Michael, I saw the future. I was running through the battlefields covered in blue alien blood, branding a machine gun in each arm, and you were there. You were there, and you were ripped apart, and you were crawling away, and you're like, no.
Wait, I died?
And then all of a sudden, like the sound like that, and it was a laser blast, and then you were gone. So I guess you did die in that moment.
Oh, no.
I've seen the future, my friends. And the future is excitement and terror and wonder. An alien invasion is coming. Where else would you want to be when aliens attack but America? We're so prepared for this.
We do spend an unearthly amount of money on defense.
Unearthly. Michael, do you remember that time that we were on the roof and you saw a shooting star, but you know it wasn't a shooting star because it was purple, and stars aren't purple, at least as far as I know with my limited view on science. But you looked, Michael, and you knew. What was it? What was it, Michael? Say it.
It was a plane.
No, it wasn't a plane, Michael. You know what it was.
It was aliens.
It was aliens! Whatever you said before about the F-35s and wasted money, that's crazy. They wouldn't spend hundreds of billions of dollars on jets that don't work when we're $13 trillion in debt. The American government isn't that stupid. Of course they're having a hard time flying in atmosphere because they're not made for our atmosphere. They're made for space. You only think it's a waste of money because you aren't looking at it in the right perspective. F-35s are the UFO defense system of the future.
By the year 2045, a projected annual defense budget will reach almost $1.3 trillion. Wait, you were abducted?
Yes, Michael, and now I know the truth.
$3 trillion. That's some serious firepower.
Maybe because aliens! Okay, so...
What do we do? Okay,
lasers killing. Okay, so no, let's hold, like, why you spin it around like...
Internet, it's no secret that the United States is the most dominant global military power.
Oh, how dominant, Michael?
Well, dominant enough for...
An alien invasion! Why else would we be spending all this money?
It all makes sense.
You heard it here first on We the Internet.
Thank you, Earth Dwellers. Stay safe.
And stay... Trillions of dollars, Michael!